So what's next for the thousands of refugees who left Afghanistan, and what does the U.S. pulling out of the country mean for the rest of the world? United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees spokesperson Babar Baloch joins me now for more on this. Babar, thanks so much for being here. How has the Taliban's takeover affected the global refugee crisis?
Thank you very much. Indeed, I mean, what we have seen in Afghanistan since the beginning of this year, I mean, we have seen as the fighting intensified, we saw more and more Afghans being displaced within their country. The number for this year is more than 500,000, 550,000 Afghans who were displaced within their country. The large extent of displacement because of the ongoing conflict is 3.5 million. Yes, the airlifts have stopped. It was important in terms of taking those out who needed to get out. But also, let's not forget that 39 million Afghans still live inside Afghanistan, and half of them, nearly 18 million, needed humanitarian assistance even before this new phase of conflict and change of power happened. So our plea as a humanitarian from the UN Refugee Agency, as UNHCR on the world and the international community, is this is not the time to turn away from Afghanistan. This juncture in this 40 years of conflict requires more attention for Afghans who are living a very uncertain situation right now, and many of them are wondering what's going to come next for them.
Now, where are most Afghan refugees now, and where will they end up?
Currently, the focus of displacement has remained inside Afghanistan. Forces have come in and left during the last 4 decades. In 40 years, Afghans have stayed behind. Many had to flee and seek refuge in the neighboring countries and beyond. The current registered number of refugees in Pakistan and Iran is 2.4 million Afghan refugees, but many of them are displaced inside their country. And that's where we're trying to make this plea on the world. Let's not forget those Afghans who are left behind. Their number is in millions.
And I know you're talking about millions, but they're kind of placed all over, as you say. Now, one group of Afghan refugees, they've been trapped for weeks now between Poland and Belarus because neither country wants to let them in. So how do you resolve conflicts like this? And what's your message to leaders who are skeptical of refugees?
I think first we have to have an understanding in terms of what Afghans have been through. Does the world understand their pain? I mean, 40 years of conflict, and every decade or 2 decades, there's a new twist in the story. There was some hope restored 20 years ago, but they're kind of asking, I mean, do the world really cares about them? While millions of them are staying inside the country, some of them need to seek safety beyond their country's border, and majority have stayed in the region, and the trickle that arrives beyond the region, they deserve to be protected as Afghans who are inside their country and who seek safety within the region.
And of course, there are so many more still stuck in Afghanistan, unable to leave. So what are the UN's goals in Afghanistan now, and how are you engaging with the Taliban?
Our top priority is to provide humanitarian assistance to people who need it. But the topmost priority is to make sure that people feel safe, their lives and liberties are secured. So there are, as we keep repeating, the 39 million Afghans are inside Afghanistan today, majority of them young women and children. They need the world's attention in terms of keeping the focus on their welfare and safety and security, but also trying to provide them with the humanitarian assistance which is required for them. And with the airlifts ending. There does not seem to be any other regular channels for people to leave the country. So an appeal in terms of for those who need to access the international borders to seek safety beyond Afghanistan's borders to be allowed to reach those borders, but also an appeal to the countries in the region and beyond to provide that safety and sanctuary to Afghans who need it.
United Nations High Commissioner of Refugees spokesperson Babar Baloch, we so appreciate your time today. Good luck to you, sir.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.